Hibs at this particular moment.
Now, a lot of pace too at the back, didn't he?
That's right, and they looked very comfortable on the ball. He didn't give the ball away too easily.
Bertie, thanks very much indeed.
A test of physical endurance, this match, for both sets of players, as torrential rain hardly let up at Easter Road all afternoon. East Fife had forced 3 corners in the first 6 minutes, but in the 10th minute, disaster for them, or more specifically, defenders Graham Bell and Paul Taylor, and goalkeeper Raymond Charles. They left Neil Orr's through ball to each other, and quickest to move was Pat McGinley. 1-0 Hibs. In replay, it was clear that McGinley had made life difficult for them by following up so quickly. Nonetheless, they should have cleared the danger a lot earlier. 9 minutes after that, number 2 for the Easter Road men. Another long clearance from Neil Orr. This time he found Houchin, who held off defender Paul Taylor to beat Charles. Two goals in the first 20 minutes, just the start Alec Miller had wanted. East Fife went straight back down the slope. Andy Goram, though, hardly troubled by Paul Hunter's shot. But before the Fifers could draw breath, they were 3-0 down. Tortolano crossed from the left, and Keith Houchin again on the spot, this time heading past Charles. 3-0 to Hibs, the Fifers with their backs to the wall now. A minute from half-time, corner to Hibs. John Collins got a second attempt out on the right. Alan Snedden headed over. 3-0 then at half-time. Not much for the East Fife fans to smile about at the interval, what with the scoreline and the weather. Into the second half now, and another quick killer blow for Hibs. Neil Orr and Pat McGinley fashioning out the move themselves. Orr founds McGinley again, and he gets his second, Hibs 4th, from a tight angle. Over half an hour to go. It was really only about pride now for the Fifers. Hibs had a firm grip on things now. Coming up, a piece of sheer magic from Joe Tortolano. John Collins touches it back. Tortolano's delicate chip coming off the woodwork. Corner to Hibs. Collins plays it short. It breaks to Brian Hamilton. No way through for him. Paul Kane has a go. In the end, Billy Gallagher clears it off the East Fife line. Then free kick to East Fife. Paul Taylor takes it. It's played back in by Steve Lennox. Did Pat McGinley head it against his arm? Referee David Syme said handball inside the box. Penalty to the Fifers. Joy at last for the visitors? Well, it was to be short-lived. Up stepped Paul Taylor, but Goram got down well to his left to pull off a great save. But all credit to the men from the second division. They kept at it, and Alistair Mitchell eventually opened their account. On this occasion, Goram couldn't deny the Fifers from getting one on the score sheet. But one wasn't good enough for the visitors. They pressed on to make the scoreline that bit more acceptable, or at least they tried. Mitchell with the corner, Bryce played it back in, Carlo Crolla put it past the post. A touch of farce coming up in the last few moments. East Fife pair Hunter and Brown tackle each other. A shout from one of them might have done the trick. Then the final goal in the dying moments. Hamilton finds McGinley free in the left. It comes to John Collins. 5-1 Hibs. The Fifers fought hard throughout the afternoon, but in the end, a comfortable Hibs victory. On full time, Hazel Irvine got the Easter Road reaction.
It's getting better all the time. I mean, everybody knows we had a terrible slump for 2 or 3 months there. And we're getting better slowly but surely. And we got an early goal today, which always helps against it. You know, it's always hard playing teams like that because they come in and battle.
Man of the match award. Keith, how disappointed were you not to get your hat-trick?
Was I man of the match? I
Yes,
didn't know
you
that.
were.
Very disappointed. I've just spent 45 minutes dying for the ball to come in the box. It just, you know, sometimes it works and you get 2 in a couple of minutes, and sometimes you're playing it just. I would like to go hat-trick, but I mean, I haven't been scoring, so 2's better than nothing.
How much credit would you give East Fife after all? They battled hard in that second half,
They battled very well. Like I say, the thing was we got an early goal, which makes all the difference. It settles us down in front of our own crowd. And like I say, we were 3-0 up, and they've stopped it, haven't they? They've come in and battled second half, rolled the sleeves up, and they've kept the score down.
How much of a boost do you think this is going to give the fans? Because they have been restless in the last few weeks, haven't they?
They've been very restless, yeah. But the thing is, in football, it's so easy to turn them one way or the other. They can go against you, but as soon as you start playing well, like we did today, they're back there again. I mean, last week they were fantastic as well, so we just hope we can give them something to shout about from now at the end of the season.
We realised that we were on a hiding to nothing if we didn't get a result here, but we started really well. I think they're 3 up inside 20 minutes, and they never recovered from that.
Really, was the early goal the crucial factor?
Well, we felt if we could score early, it puts a lot of pressure on them and it settles our supporters, and that's what happened. Okay, it was unfortunate, maybe their goalkeeper made a mistake, but the first 20 minutes I thought were excellent.
To single out a couple of the players, Keith Houchin in particular, and obviously Pat McGinley, both had great games, but what about Andy Goram, a magnificent save?
Yes, Andy had a tremendous penalty save. Andy's bubbling now. Andy's only after 2 things, is to get us up the league and further on the cup and get to this World Cup to do his best for Scotland. Now,
you mentioned the fans earlier on, Alec. They have been baying for blood, should we put it like that. They have been on your back for a little while in the last couple of weeks. Do you think that's appeased them slightly?
Well, hopefully. I mean, I'm the fall guy if it doesn't go right, and I think it was unjustified, and I said that at the time, and I still feel that. We're not the finished article, but I tell you, we're professional, and we don't get too many shocks against the lesser teams.
So you feel that that's really given your players a good confidence boost?
Well, we've scored 5 and it's a Scottish Cup, and it's against a team that came here and played and tried to play, and we're delighted.
So 5-1 Hibs and